Sorry. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another live after such a very long break. My name's Jonathan from a company called Dark Encounters, and we have been investigating the paranormal for over almost 20 years now. And we are tonight live from Michelham Priory. I have my mask on, which I'll take off briefly so you can see our face. It's a very warm day indeed. I hope everyone's well. What we are going to be doing is talking about some of the history of Michelham Priory and walking you around the location. We have two sets of investigators who can roam around the space, do some calling out, but also this is an opportunity for you to get involved. So there are comment sections and you can contact us directly, and we can either you come on and join the feed and call out directly into Michelham Priory. So, does anyone know anything about Michelham Priory? Have you had any experiences here? If so, let us know. Share your experiences with us so that we can then investigate that further when we come here and open this up public back in October. So it's going to be so exciting to actually come back and do it properly. It is a beautiful day at Michelham. If any visited this place, it is such a stunning location. So history, it's very old indeed. I need to show you some plans of the location, actually. So this is probably going to be the most interesting one. It shows the original footprint of the church, which is massive, standing still in the grounds, marked out. From there at the top, you can see the Gatehouse. It's actually right at the top left. And at the bottom of the picture is, in white, is what's remaining of Michelham Priory, which is large enough. And that really then just goes to show you how large the rest of the priory and, in fact, the church structure was. So hopefully we might have a go at bringing you a signal outside. But if anyone's ever been here, you know that the signal is quite low. So we might lose signal as we go around. We will be going upstairs. These are the upper rooms. You can see there is what's called the Tudor wing. Oh, this is downstairs, actually. I do beg your pardon. That is the original undercroft, which I have on camera. So, in fact, this is the undercroft. We have a locked-off camera, which is looking at the undercroft. So if anyone enters that space, we all know about it. As you can see, it's still quite bright at the moment. The sun has not set. But as we wander into twilight, no doubt that will change. We have another locked-off camera in what was called the Tudor kitchen. It's one of the what was the refectory for the monks here. It's again one of the oldest parts of the building. So I've got a camera looking into this space. If anyone knows the layout of this, this is actually in the very large Inglenook fireplace, the original Tudor range. Looking towards the door, towards a staircase, where outside that staircase is this locked camera looking out into the undercroft. And then we have our roaming investigators. So on the stairs, I can see Abby, face mask. Good to know. She will be out doing some experimentation on the stairs and the upper levels. And also we then have downstairs, we have Aaron. Aaron is in the effectively dining room. Oh, and Sam is waving as well. He's going to be moving the cameras around. So we have the camera stationary because it's basically a little bit more stable in terms of its picture. But Sam, if you could put the camera up, it's the wonders of technology. And then if you go to your left, and you can see out into the staircase that then the other camera is looking. And then if Sam, if you then turn round and look the other direction, there is then effectively the front room, the drawing room. We have the ability to move around. We have stretched the technology and capabilities so that as we reach twilight, and if there's any areas that you feel are particularly active, we can then go and move into those spaces directly with a lot more freedom than we've ever had before. and we're going to go into spaces that we haven't ever managed to do a live stream before. So very exciting. So Sam and Aaron, do you want to just take over and start doing some calling out? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome back. Hope everyone's well. Hopefully you can hear Aaron over there.
We can hear you. He's a little bit quieter than you are, but yes, we can hear him.
Cool. So, yeah, here we are in the dining room. So what we thought we would do is we'd start off with a little bit of calling out. So in the comments, just give us a shout if you feel anything or see anything. We'll try and pick up on it and we'll try and tease it out. But we'll do a bit of calling out first of all, just to see if we get the initial reaction. So, spirits of Michelham Priory. Good evening. We are here to come and communicate with you tonight. We'll introduce ourselves. My name is Sam.
My name's Aaron. Nice to meet you.
We mean you absolutely no disrespect. We're just here to learn about you, to hear your stories. So I'll start by asking you to give us some kind of sign that you can see us or hear us, whether that be a bang or a knock, move something. Use the collective energy of all of us in this room and indeed this whole place to communicate with us in some way.
Delicious. Like down, have a seat. Pull up a chair. Have a bite to eat. Probably isn't going to be that nice, but do it anyway. And just let us know that you're here.
So people at home, there are a few people commenting that they've been here before. Let us know what experiments you'd like us to do. We've got a full kit box. So we'll try and get bullish. So we'll try and do what we can. We're happy to set up experiments that you guys want us to set up.
Is there any questions you want us to ask? We can ask for you. So just pop it in the comments and we'll ask any question you want. We'll ask for you. If you use the version room, were you a servant to the people that lived here? Pretty well by the people that lived here?
Don't be afraid to come and communicate with us. We absolutely no disrespect whatsoever. We just want to learn more about you and your life and connection.
Learn about the history of health. You know, you never right. Also, don't be freaked out overnight. Virus. So don't be afraid. Pick up the nice ones on the table. Maybe roll it on the floor, chuck it, don't break it.
So Francine has picked up on an orb. Jill has picked up on something that went right to left across the table. Was that the same thing? Is that the same orb? I didn't quite see that. So if that was you,
You have all the shadow behind you, the light scale.
Spirit, if that was you, Angela saw the orb as well. So, Spirit, if that was you trying to communicate with us, can you do that again for us? Use all of the energy in this room, all of the energy in this house. Move something on that table to show yourself in light form. Knock or bang. This kind of straw carpet makes quite a bit of noise and walk on it, and perhaps you can walk on it. Was it? Oh, sorry. Well, it's not the carpet. There's another wall by your legs.
Wow. Oh, that's you, Spirit. Yeah, that's right.
Spirit, can you show us yourself again in orb form? Can you move around the table?
Bring you next to me. I invite you in. My energy.
Oh, Spirit, we know you're trying to communicate with us. Really try, really use that energy. Keeping my eye on the camera to see if I can see anything. Angela said there's a top shadow. What do you mean? Yeah, the lighting in this room's a bit bizarre because it's still a bit light outside. So. The window's illuminated with the curtain quite a bit more than we can see. We can try. Jonathan, we're going to try moving into the next room with the camera. Hopefully we won't lose connection, but we're going to give it a go. So this is the Tudor parlour. Okay, I'll stay here with this.
Very fair to the father at one point. Rest of the why look a bit different all the time?
But Angela's seen another orb near your hand.
Fun.
I'm not sure. Spirit, are you trying to communicate with Aaron? Are you trying to lead Aaron somewhere? Do you want Aaron to go and stand somewhere specific? If so, show us.
My hands out. You grab my hand. Where you want to go?
That was your left hand when you were in back in the dining room.
Yeah.
Spirit, there's a cot in the middle of the room. It would be really cool if you could rock that. I'd be impressed. So,
You copy me, Spirit. Do the same.
we've had an orb by the jacket stand, so that's over here. Yeah, back where you're standing before.
Oh,
Kelly doesn't like the feeling in this room. What don't you like about it? Can you feel something, Kelly?
Any questions you want to ask? Just ask questions. Ask any questions. Ask.
Spirit, can you give us a sign? Any sign at all? We've seen a few orbs. We need something more. Perhaps a sound. Can you make a sound for us?
Spirit, can you copy me, please?
Kelly's saying she feels uneasy in this room. And Francine is saying that there was a white light that went above the dress. Spirit, is there a connection with this dress for you? Or a dress like it? Just looking through the camera, and I thought I saw a small orb down by this table, by this chair here, but I'm not sure. I don't know if any of the viewers caught that.
Spirit, use all around the upper
Jill's asked if we've got any triggers on the camera. Sorry, triggers on the table. We haven't, but we can set that up for you. Francine is picking up on the name Maria. I think we're having a few signal issues potentially as well. I don't know how it's looking at your end, Jonathan. Jonathan, you're on mute.
God, technology. Generally, I have been hearing you fine. The occasional break up in that corner in the doorway.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is that while we set up some trigger objects, I'm going to go over to Abby, who is sitting on the stairs. Hello, Abby. How is it going?
So we've had a little bit of activity actually, we think we have. So I'm here with Charlie, who is behind the camera at the moment, so I'm sure you'll see him later. So we had the K2 at the top of the stairs earlier, and we got it lit up almost all the way to red at one point. So we've been sort of focusing down there, and then a little after that, it also sounded. We heard like a creaking noise, and it was as if someone, and Charlie will show you, but it was as if somebody was sitting down in the chair at the top of the stairs. That's what it sounded like to both of us.
That is a creepy looking chair. Have you thought about sitting in that chair?
I didn't know if we were allowed.
I can find out for you. So if you want to either carry on calling out, if you want to explore those rooms, by all means do.
Yeah, should we show you the other rooms that we've got up here? So I will let Charlie. Thank you. the history room. You want to show them that now? And we also have the here. We will be moving into later. Hopefully, when it gets a little bit darker. Have the prior's room through here. Well, it also saw something earlier, didn't you, Charlie? The stairs.
Yeah, so when I was stood at the top of the stairs waiting to be going live, I saw a shadow like it was walking up the stairs. But then when we called out, nothing else came about it.
So we were going to be doing some calling out and trying to get a response, trying to get the EVP going again, and see if we can find out who it was that potentially sat down in that chair, which one of us might go and sit in a minute. But yeah, so we were going to do some browsing. So if there's anyone here, anyone who would like to communicate with us, can you use these rods and show us that you want to communicate? Show us a yes answer. Put the right one moving ever so slightly. You want to have a go, Charlie?
I know that someone was here earlier. If you want to be known, then come out and talk to Abby. Show us a yes answer on the rods so we can ask you questions. Can you show us a no answer?
It's a little tight so that we shake out. Obviously, we've got the KT set up there, so if anyone sees that go off at home, let us know. Let us know if you see anything like up here while we're talking as well. So, perhaps the person who sat in the chair would like to talk to us. At your chair? Talk to us, show us a yes answer. We're moving slightly there, isn't it? Oh,
I don't know if you guys can see that.
in fact, you can see that at home. The left one's just gone all the way round.
Yes, we can see that.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. So that's a yes. Charlie, do you want to think of some interesting questions to ask our friend here?
Did you work here?
Ooh, I think that might be a yes. Look at that. Wow, thank you. Amazing. They like Charlie.
So that was your yes answer. Can you show us your no?
Not ready. Show us a no answer. You like that left one, don't you?
Are there any other questions that the guys want to ask?
So let us know at home. Tell us some questions you want us to ask. I think they're agreeing, yes, they want you to do that. Tell us some questions.
Some interesting ones.
Yeah, I'm sure they're tired of hearing the same old ones. So we know this person we're working with worked here. So are you female? Were you female? Affirmative. Thank you.
Did you work on the grounds? Did you work in the house?
Trying to move, isn't it?
Someone's asked us to ask, is that your chair in the corner that you sat on? Perhaps that's where you used to rest?
Are you still here? Can you let us know you're still here?
Someone's asked, is there more than one spirit here with us? Make yourself known.
There's more than one of you. Right one's moving. Oh, they're both moving.
Are you pointing out the directions of where you are? Use your yes answer if that's correct.
Like glitching. It's always pointing to where you saw the shadow earlier. Let's see
What we
that.
might do is move to the staircase because that's where we saw some activity, and we might take the monitor. Yeah, and put it in a chair.
So Charlie and Abby, you know, you heard about you thought that someone sat in that chair.
Yeah.
Well, I've just been told we've got permission for you to sit in that chair.
Okay. Interesting.
Wish me luck. Are you still here? The female we were speaking to, are you still here? Can you let us know? Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some action again.
Okay, so we're still talking to our female. Okay, so am I sitting in your chair?
I don't think it's her chair.
I don't think it is, no. Was it you that sat in this chair earlier? Was it you we heard?
Was it you that I saw walking up the staircase?
Almost like it's shaking its head, doesn't it? It's almost like it's saying no.
So does that mean someone else is here with you?
Can you see that?
It's like it's pointing. Did you die here? Someone's asked, is your name Henrietta?
Is your name Henrietta? Are you talking to Henrietta?
Can you move the chair with Abby in it if you are here?
Thank you.
Or make a noise? Use our energy? Oh, I don't know if...
Yes, to move the chair with me in it, please.
Go on, throw her off.
Cheers, Charlie. Let's have some interesting questions coming through on the chat. So we know we're talking to a female, not called Henrietta. Anyone else getting any other names coming through, or anyone perhaps been here before and spoken to any spirit that they want us to try and talk with?
Oh, don't know if you can see that, guys.
Okay, so thank you. So the spirit that just moved the rod in my left hand, are we talking to another spirit now? Can you do that again if we are?
Someone's asked if your name's Kate.
Someone called Kate here? Is it Kate that we're talking to? Is that the female we've been talking to?
And someone else has asked the name Harriet.
Harriet? Is that you? It started to me to the left when we said Kate, so I think we should maybe do that again.
We're going to ask it again because it did start moving, but we might have not gave it enough chance.
Yeah, we might not have given it long enough. Right. Female we've been talking to. Are you Kate? It's trying to say, yeah. It's moving. There we go. Yes, Kate.
So we've established it's a woman and her name is Kate.
Hello, Kate. Thank you for talking with us. So, Kate, you told us you worked here, but you didn't work in the grounds, didn't work in the kitchen. So what else might Kate have done here? Oh,
Oh, kitchen.
kitchen? Kate, did you work in the kitchens here? It looks like she's trying to say yes. Wow, thank you, Kate. Okay, so let's try and find out when Kate was here. So, they wouldn't have called it Tudor times, would they? So let's see. Kate, were you here in the 1400s? 1500s? 16 something? 1600s? About the 1700s, 17 something. Oh,
Okay, so we've established in the 1700s.
so Kate worked in the kitchens in the 1700s.
Shall we let's ask, are you connected to the house? Or an item in the house? Is there a picture of you in this house displayed in a museum?
Ancient, isn't it?
Someone's asked, I've just got a shiver actually asking this. Was you killed by anyone in the house or in the property?
Kate, were you killed in the house or die on the property? Two questions in one. Were you killed in the house?
God.
What was it?
Someone's asked, did your daughter work here with you?
What was that noise just then?
I don't know, but it freaked me out.
It sounded like my air freshener at home, you know, when it clicks on. Is there any one of those here?
They shouldn't be. Actually, can you guys carry on doing the dowsing? I'm going to go over to the lads who have had some quite remarkable activity.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Yeah,
guys,
really, okay.
what has happened over there?
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we have been setting up some experiments in here. You may have heard us on the girls' ones moving around, but we set up a trigger object and we set up a pound coin. I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, but that's how we left it.
Right.
So I just took a little picture of it on my phone. and hopefully it doesn't cut out. Hopefully it won't cut out, but we're going to go to it. So on the advice of one of the viewers, we set up the trigger object on this table. And as you can see, we have had some movement.
That is quite
what happened
exciting.
was I set that up. I then left the room. This is the back room. I left to go and batteries for the pod that we set up as well. Aaron was just sat fiddling with other little bits, and yeah, no one's been in this room. There's only one. Well, there's 2 doors in, but there's only one route there and there. Yeah, absolutely bizarre. We hadn't even finished setting everything up yet, and we've already had it. So yeah, I set it up. I asked the spirits if they wanted the money, they can keep it. That's all right with you, Aaron. It's your pound.
So you're making Jill very happy because she loves a trigger object. So could you go and get some locked off the night vision cameras, and then we can actually do some lock off on the trigger objects?
Absolutely. We'll get on that now.
Yep.
Excellent. Right. Let me go back upstairs and see if they've got anything else in terms of their dowsing. How did you get on upstairs? Did you? Oh, well, let me take you off mute. Did you?
We've actually moved because we were trying to find out where that noise came from. We weren't too sure where it came from, so we were trying to see if there was anything that would explain it, but we can't see anything. So we were going to see if we could use the voice box to see if we could get Kate to come through on that. So just give us a minute to set it up.
Yes, I'll go back downstairs if you set that up. Now, lads downstairs have had a trigger object move already, so I'm going to suggest that we set up a trigger object upstairs with a locked off camera as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Right, I'm going to go back downstairs.
Okay.
How are you getting on down there in the Tudor dining room? Oh, can they hear me? I think they're so busy setting up. Oh, they can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. So we are just setting up the lock off night vision camera. So that's Aaron setting that up now.
In the middle.
So we've reset the coin. And well, Aaron's going to get the perfect angle. Meanwhile, what we've also done is we've got a K2 meter set up at the other end of the room. A few of the viewers said that they had some orbs over here, so hopefully we can do some calling out in a minute and catch something on there. And what we've also done, because there are a few shouts for orbs in this room, we've put our REM pod here, just on the bench. So again, we'll do some calling out, see if we can get anything. I know Aaron's been setting up a microphone for some EVP work as well, so hopefully we'll start a nice, interesting evening.
Excellent. Right, I'll leave you to it for a bit. And then we're going to go and have a look at, so this is the Undercroft, the entrance to the Priory. And if anyone's ever been to Michelham Priory, this is the main way you come in. It's starting to look a little bit gloomier. So definitely twilight is upon us and the atmosphere is significantly changing. We also have another locked off camera in the Tudor kitchen, looking out into the hallway. I can move that if you want me to. So what we can do is we have another area we might be investigating, but we're getting quite a lot of activity at the moment. So I think we're going to stay inside this part of the Priory. We might have a bit more of an explore upstairs, but we're going to leave you looking at the locked off camera for a minute. Do let me know in the comments if you see anything moving in the Undercroft. Hello, welcome back. Just been checking on people to make sure everything's all right. I'll take that off so you can actually hear me. So you can see they are moving around upstairs. And I do know that there has been more activity downstairs in the front room. There is a locked off camera now looking at that trigger object, so that if it is moved, it will be caught on the night vision cameras. We can see the close up now. If there is anything else that you would like,
So we are going to leave this room now and go next door into the dining room. So essentially, no one will have access to this room. But before we go, I'm going to say thank you to the spirits for moving that coin before. That was excellent. We would love for you to do that again for us. Again, if you can move that coin, if you can move it off the page, feel free to keep it. It's yours.
Yeah, you can have it. If it means you do something, I'm happy to keep that £1. I have to work next to it.
So thank you very much, spirits, and we shall be back shortly. But hopefully, we'll get some luck in here. So what we have set up in here is a REM pod on the seat of the bench, and Aaron is going to try some EVP work. So he's got his trusty recorder.
Probably seen one of these before. Okay, so I'm going to do some questions.
If anybody would like to suggest any questions to ask, then please feel free to do so. Just type it in the chat. But we'll go for a few minutes.
If there's any spirits in the room with us right now which would like to communicate with us, I have a device in my hand that will allow you to talk to me about spirit. If there's any spirits with us, let yourself be named. Maybe start with your name. My name's Aaron.
My name's Sam.
What's your name? Did you work here? At this very table? Spirit that's just passing through. You know how. Play it next to the camera, the sound's not very good. Okay, playing. If there's any spirits with us right now, would you like to communicate with us? I have a device in my hand that will allow you to talk to me. We will hear it. So if there's any spirits with us, let yourself be known. Maybe start with your name. My name's Aaron. My name's Sam. What's your name? Did you work here? Did you eat at this very table? Are you a spirit that's just passing through? If so, talk to us. You know how. Nothing that time?
Did you hear something moving in the other room while we were listening to that? I heard something in there. Yes, Ricky, it is Michelham Priory. Is there a child in the room with us? Angela wants to know, is there a child here?
Yeah, if there's any questions you would like us to ask, honestly, we can ask them. I can ask them and we can play it back and get your answer. Are there any children in this room with us?
So, I think Ricky was asking, is it Michelham Priory? Yes, it is. And look, we can see that we've got a camera outside. That will now see the light levels of light outside, and then that will, as it gets darker, we'll be able to see what that is. But I'll let you get back to the lads and their EVP.
Jill thinks that there's been some flashing lights to the right of the fireplace. Okay, the K2 started to go a bit crazy. Spirit, is that you? Can you make that flash again for us? Oh, false alarm, we think. People. The golden rule of ghost hunting is don't do. Yes. Okay. Right. Have a quick check of it. Someone said about 25 plus. So we have put the K2 down in the mouth of the fireplace now. So any spirits that would like to communicate with us today? If so, you can do so in any number of ways. You can make a noise, show yourself in light form. You can bang, knock, let us hear your footsteps. We placed a little green light at the bottom of the fireplace. If you go near that, it should change colours. Perhaps there are some children here that want to play a little game. It's a fun game. See if you can make the lights change colour. They will change if you get close to it. Yeah, it will go to red. And the thing says that there looks like there's a man in the fireplace. There's certainly one on top of as a picture of a gentleman.
Are you picking up any names? Is anyone picking up any names? Would you like us to call out any names?
Jill would like us to rock the cradle.
I'm not going to do it too much just because it's. Correct.
Jill's asking me to ask the spirits to rock the cradle rather than you.
Oh,
Sorry.
what?
Sorry. Spirits, you've seen Aaron do it expertly. Can you do it any better? We've had the name Henry. Is there a Henry with us?
I'll ask on the
Yeah, anything that you sense from home or see, then feel free to let us know in the chat, and we're more than happy to ask.
the Henry, yeah?
Henry.
Henry, are you in the room with us right now? You're a child, Henry. Don't be afraid. Come forward. We're not going to hurt you. We're friendly. Really, really friendly. You used to play in this room.
We've got other names coming through: Mary, Elizabeth, Arthur.
Mary, Elizabeth, Arthur, are you also in the room with us right now? Are you all children? Take a play back.
Yeah, we're just going to play back that EVP, see what we got. Yep, cool.
Henry, are you in the room with us right now? Are you a child, Henry? Don't be afraid. Come forward. We're not going to hurt you. We're friendly. Really, really friendly. Did you used to play in this room? Mary, Elizabeth, Arthur, are you also in the room with us right now? Are you children?
Perhaps you guys heard something. If there are any children in here and you quite fancy playing a little game with us, we have set up on this bench just here a little device. And if you go near this device, don't need to touch it, just go near it. It will give us an alarm. Let's play a game. Let's see if you can let that go off. And we can see if we can catch it doing it. How does that sound? Does that sound like a fun game to play? Alternatively, you can go and take our money, which we've left for you on the table. It's me adjusting the lighting on the camera there, just so that we can see a little bit more. Is that better? Is there anyone standing by the fireplace? If so, give us a sign. Show us that you're here. Show us that you can see us and hear us.
You touch this device on the floor. That you're here. The way to communicate with us, an easier way. So if you're here, if you're in the room, any of you, come forward and touch the box. Make the green light go to orange.
So we've had someone picking up on a female energy. Seems to be up near a stairway, which is very odd, as it looks like a loft hatch of some sort. And she seems to be rushing down from it. This looks like it's near upstairs somewhere, where the stairs are.
Yeah, there's a secret hatch there.
So,
it comes up to you. There's a
yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just show you something that we saw when we came here, but there is actually a secret entranceway. This mannequin here is basically representing where the secret hatch would normally come through. And there is a story, a very brief story there about a girl getting stuck in the chimney. It doesn't say that she passed away or anything, but who knows? So that's quite interesting that you picked that up. Jill's asking if there's a Spanish male here.
So what we're going to do, we're going to pop upstairs and see how they're getting on upstairs. Hello, hello, Charlie.
Hi guys.
So how have you got on upstairs? Any activity?
So we've actually set up a trigger object. If you can come over and have a look, we've set a camera up. So we've put a little penny on the map where we're sort of located. We're going to see if at any time it moves, but we obviously won't just stay here. We're going to go and investigate.
So we believe that one of these pictures on the wall here may be the Kate that we were talking to. We do have a picture of a Susanna and a Catherine and a Caroline. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see whether perhaps Kate is a nickname for Catherine. So Charlie's going to take over on the dowsing. It's probably this. So I was a bit close to it. Sorry. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing. Oh, hang on. It is going off actually. I don't want to get too close because sometimes the equipment can set them off.
Kate, are you here? Is your nickname Kate for Catherine? Okay, should we establish yes and no's in case it's changed? Can you show me your yes answer? Can you move it to a yes? How about a no answer? Movement.
The EVP, the K2 going off. So let's just do a little experiment. If I get close to it, it should start going off. No, right, interesting. So maybe that was some activity before. Okay, so.
But we did ask them to move the penny.
Hmm.
So what we're going to do is going to go around the corner.
Okay, back to doing.
Is there anyone here with us? If there is, would you like to talk to us? Show me your yes answer.
Moving?
Use all your energy and show me your yes answer.
Come on, Kate, come speak to us again.
Show me a no answer. I can ask you questions.
Oh, okay, so somebody suggested to take the rods to the pictures and get them to point.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Okay, so
So I've got some rods in my hand. You come towards me and point to the picture that might be you. Is Kate Catherine in this picture? Can you point to who you are in these pictures?
needs to go closer, it's been suggested.
Okay. Can you see yourself on this wall? Do we have a Harriet here? Do we have a Catherine here? or a caroling? Susanna? Oh, what's going on? Susanna, is that you?
Henrietta, someone suggested.
Henrietta?
Oh, yeah, that's going off massively. Where's Katie?
Can you point to the picture of who you are on the wall? Make yourself known. Which one is Henrietta?
There's a Harriet on there.
Use the rods in the hand to locate who you are in these pictures. Do that one.
Where are they pointing to?
The second one in.
Which is...
Is that you, Anne?
They're moving. Gosh. Yeah.
Anne, is that you? Can you point out which one you are again, just so we can establish that's you? Who are we talking to? You wore beautiful dresses.
Yeah, just to answer that, yeah, I think it is birds. I can definitely hear birds. There's lots of lovely wildlife here.
Do we have a Susanna here? Do we have an Anne here? Catherine. Harriet. Henrietta.
Not getting much there, are we? Why don't we try going in the highest room and see if we can speak to Kate again? So what we're going to do now is just go into one of the other rooms on the first floor. So we're not getting much response in here.
I'm just going to put this on the floor. See if anyone enters or exits. We're actually going to call out. Is there anyone in here that would like to make themselves known? Anyone like to talk to us and tell us your story?
Make yourself known.
Sounded like a baby.
Has anyone got any questions that they would like to ask anyone in this room?
Apparently there's no sound. Or somebody heard help. John?
So I think what's happening is the spirit box playing sections of frequencies from radio stations. It does sound like distorted sound, so it sounds like the signal's breaking up, but in fact what's
Can you
happening
see
is
us?
just segmenting sound.
Come and make yourself known. Walk through the doorway if you're not in here already. Are you near the door? Come towards the light. Is Kate still with us?
Is there anyone else here who would like to talk to us? Come on, make yourselves known.
We've set up a trigger object in the other room. Can you move the penny? It's under your pictures. So if anyone's there, move the penny on the trigger object.
Do let us know at home if you can hear anything coming through that we might be missing on the voice box.
Hello. Does anyone want to talk to us?
Is there a John here? One of the names that came through might have been John.
If you're here, walk through the object with the door. Walk towards me. Through the doorway. Are you busy working in here? Do you want us to leave?
Okay, so we've got a dog potentially, and we've got potentially somebody hearing a child, and then maybe a child called George.
George, are you here? Should we play a game? Why don't we turn that down for now, and let's do some calling out to see if we can get some noise coming through. So, does anyone here, George perhaps, or any children that might be here, come out and play? Come and let us know that you're here. Make yourselves known. Run across the floor.
Move the ropes.
Oh, that would be cool.
You know, kids like giving us a scare, so come on out.
Come on, kids, move the ropes. Run across the floor. Give us a scare.
Move something in the room. Use our energy.
Lots of bird noises, but that's about it at the moment.
Is there someone stopping you from doing anything in here? Should you go in the other room to play? If so, come to the doorway and make yourself known, and we will follow you. Touch the thing on the ground, and that will indicate that you want to play.
It's like scraping noise.
Right, while we wait for activity to increase, you can see that it is considerably darker than it was when we started. So in fact, let's have a look around, because we have a camera outside. In fact, what you can do is you can listen to the bird sounds of Twilight. I don't know if we can actually hear anything. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Wrong cue. So that is actually the cloister of the Priory. So if I get you up a little map. So that camera is pointing diagonally across that cloister area. That's where we are at the moment, seeing to the front of what is now the building section, which is just in the white. But I did promise you that we'd find, oh, that lovely bird song. I should shut really, shouldn't I? That bird going to bed. We did promise you some new areas, and so we do. We have, let's listen to this. This is closer to the moat. This is the barn, looking through the barn into the forge. And we can also see, Aaron is there at the moment, but he's muted his camera. He is in the old forge. So, Aaron, if you could hear me, if you could unmute yourself.
Yeah. That's great.
Fantastic, thank you. In fact, I think I muted that earlier when I was over there setting it up. So, this is an area we've not really investigated before, and certainly not actually managed to get a camera inside. Last time I was there with a late night, there was another issue. I just need to check this because it was an issue I had. So if you go round to your left by the door, so keep going round left and then keep going left and then look at the wall that's right by the door. Look up a bit. No, the other door. Keep going left, keep going left. Any massive cobwebs around that area? Oh, they've had a clean.
Yeah, there's a couple of tasty ones here, but you can't see it.
No, we are talking 4 foot wide cobweb nests and spiders.
I mean, you could still probably eat me, but yeah, I wouldn't try it. But yeah, they're quite big. Yeah,
that's nothing compared to what it was. So I remember it was quite terrifying because I don't like spiders. So if you have a look actually through the door, could you show us where you are? So obviously you're in the forge.
I'll start back outside.
We're breaking up, pushing our signals to the limit. So you've got the forge, and if you turn around, you can show the courtyard that is, that's the toilets. And then that's the barn. And then through those doors is where the other camera is, which is this one. So in fact, we might even see Aaron on the other side. So at some point, I'll either get Sam or Aaron to pick up that other camera and investigate the behind the barn, because there's been a lot of activity. So, but let's have a look around the forge, and I'll leave Aaron if you want
If can you just confirm? I'll move forward a bit, Jonathan. Just let me know if it starts cutting out majorly.
You're fine at the moment. Yes, still okay at the moment.
I've lost quite a lot of bar,
Okay.
so I think this is the limit, which is good. We're seeing into the other room, which has quite a lot of activity, I've heard. So
we
yeah.
could reduce the lighting slightly and then see what happens in that area.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, that's much spookier. Just so we can see, this is the light level outside at the moment. We're still in the process of twilight. Oh, and that lovely bird singing.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I turn it completely off, how dark it goes. Too dark. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we got Sam. We got Sam back now, so we can do some.
So, in fact, do you want to tell Sam to go around and pick the other camera up? Because I'll be quite interested to look at that undercover area and pick that camera up and do some calling out on the undercover part section as well.
Yeah, no worries. Cool.
Thank you.
No worries at all. I'll do some calling out whilst we're here. I'll let Sam just go a minute because he's quite loud. Okay, cool. Is there any spirits with me currently in the forge? Oh, just heard a bang. One again. Can you hear that?
No, what did you hear?
It's the machinery, like creaking.
Oh, okay.
I just want to inform you that no one's been in this, well, this section that we're looking at hasn't been open for 18 months. That hasn't been used. No one's been in here. It's pretty much been cut off the whole time. So what I'm hearing is kind of creaking, really, kind of like someone's tapping the machinery. And again. Oh, I'm getting it actually in the forge as well. Let's turn the lights on, sorry, slightly. Spirits, if that's you, can you do that again, please? Oh, it's definitely. Oh, yeah. It's when I'm looking away. So if I'm looking in this room that we're currently looking in, behind me there's noises. So if I come out of this room back into the main forge, I'll hear noises in the other room. It's almost like altering. Okay, spirits, if there's anyone here, can you tap or make a noise 3 times, please? There are the light, sorry. Come on, spirits, use my energy. You can make a tap, a bang, move the machinery. Oh. I wish I could go in there a bit more. Honestly, the noise is a definite tapping. I know what I could do. I could get I could put the EVP over there on record. Oh. Come on, spirits, I can hear you. Did you used to work in this area? I might go and get the REM pod. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this down just for a second, and I'll go and get a REM pod.
Excellent, thank you. I'm going to put you over to Sam, who is currently around the back of the barn. So, Sam, what can you see? So, obviously, there you've got basically in front of you, if you turn left, you have got the rest of the moat that surrounds Michelham Priory, and the barn is on the edge of it. So, that undercover area has often people locking up the barn have reported sounds appearing from this area, and we've never really been able to get a camera over here because obviously there's been absolutely no signal. So it'd be interesting to see what happens as we go from twilight into dusk. What do you think you might feel in this environment?
Thanks, Jonathan. It's quite peaceful here, actually. I don't know if it's just because it's a really nice evening. Not heard anything. I have placed a stone on this table, and I invite any spirits around to move that stone if you can. I'll place it a bit flatter. So if there are any spirits here, please feel free to move this stone on this table, make a noise. Plenty of wood here for you to knock on like this. Are there any spirits here that want to communicate with me at all? I mean you no harm, I mean you no disrespect. I just want to learn a little bit more about you, about your time here. You can see into the barn here. Can you make a noise, perhaps a bang or a knock? Whilst I was setting up, I did hear some creaking over in this area. Ooh, there's a bat flying around as well. Any spirits here that want to communicate at all? My name's Sam. What's your name? Come and talk to me. Tell me about your life. Are there any male spirits here? Are there any female spirits here? If you're scared, don't be. I'm not here to harm you or hurt you. I'm just here to speak with you. If you don't want to speak with me, that's fine too. Just let me know. If you don't want to speak with me, I'm more than happy to leave. You just need to tell me that that's what you'd like. I can tell you now, if you move one of these chairs, I probably will leave fairly quickly. Are there any children here? Any children? Come and talk to me. I've placed a stone in the middle of a table up there. Perhaps you can play with it. Knock it off. Knock it off the table.
Sam, what I'm going to suggest, if you want to go inside the barn, please do. I'm
Yeah.
going to go and check on how Abby and Charlie's doing.
Yeah, no problem.
Guys, how's it going?
Okay, there we go. Do you want to catch everyone up, Charlie? Because we have had a little bit more activity, haven't we?
So yeah, we started off obviously in the other room. We wasn't getting much activity in there really. Obviously a few people said that there was names, but I didn't feel anything, nor did Abby. So we came back into the corridor of the stairwell. I sat in the chair and actually felt someone touch me. And then when I asked them if they were touching me, they actually indicated yes, they did. So I felt someone touch my face. And then we've just been asking questions. We've established that there's a lady here, but that's not Kate. She's happy for questions. So if anyone else has got any questions, we've established that backwards and forwards is yes, and in a circle is no. If you've got any question, guys, let us know and we can ask. And the spirit that we have been talking to doesn't want to go near the REM pod because they fear it.
So we've got a female. So did they work here? Are they related to Kate? Do they know Kate? Let's ask questions. Maybe like that.
Right, let's start off. Do you know Kate?
Who we were talking to?
They don't
No.
know Kate. Did you work here?
Okay.
So should we establish what you did as a job? Was you a maid? Use your energy and move it. Was you a maid here? No. Did you work in the kitchens? Was you a chef or a cook? No. That's a very strong no.
Somebody's got a strong feeling about the names Henrietta or Harriet. So
Are you Henrietta? Yes.
Henrietta.
So was you Henrietta? Did you used to get called Harriet?
It's quite strong no.
Henrietta? Are you here with us?
Did she play here? Is a question coming through? Or is she just visiting? So
Are you just visiting? Do you like the grounds?
is that no? Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's
No,
going
you
quite.
don't like the grounds.
No.
Is this a bad memory here for you? Does this bring you bad memories? Did you die on the grounds? Shaking.
It is shaking, isn't it?
I'm really sorry for the insensitive question. I understand if you don't want to answer that. No, she doesn't want to answer that.
Interesting.
I do apologise for asking that. We want to know a bit more about you and your life. Is that okay? So we've got guests online that would like to ask you some questions again. Any questions? She's very active at the moment and she's actually very happy to put questions.
Let us know your questions.
No, you don't want questions anymore.
Oh, we've got a very changeable spirit here. She doesn't want questions anymore.
Do you want questions from us? And just us? Are you okay with me asking you questions?
But yes, we've got a few questions
Are
coming
you
in.
happy with me here? No. Would you like me to leave you alone? Okay, that's fine. I really appreciate that. And thank you for talking to us. We'll leave you in peace.
So Henrietta probably wants to step away now. See if we can reset and see if there's anybody else here who wants to talk to us.
Thank you for your time, Henrietta.
Thank
In the
you.
meantime, I will go over to the barn and see what is happening there. So this is inside the barn where they have their beautiful weddings and hopefully some theatre performances in the future. And we've had a couple of murder mysteries there as well. So guys, what are you getting in that space? Are you getting anything in particular?
Not at the moment. We've done a little bit of calling out, kind of no success, but we've put, I don't know if you can see, I'll go up to it. We've put a REM pod in the middle of the room. So we're going to ask some questions and hopefully get them to interact with the box. So I'll stand a little bit away from it. I'll turn this down a little bit. Oh no, gone off. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can hear us. Also, I've left the forge. I've left the EVP on in the forge and kind of moved away because the feedback from the live camera, you can kind of get all the audio. So I sent Sam away with this camera that I'm holding at the moment, and then I started a record. So I've left it in there on its own. So we'll go back to that one in a minute and have a listen. Just because of the noises that I was hearing in each room, it's just kind of almost like a slight adjustment with the machinery. Just kind of, I could hear it, but you guys couldn't. So hopefully, we will get that kind of feedback from it. But for the time being, we're in the barn. We have the REM pod on the floor. So with a bit of luck, we can interact. Oh. The spirits, if there's any of you in the barn with us right now, we would like you to come forward and communicate with us. Yeah. Am I right? There's a bang. A couple of bangs, to be honest. Yeah, footsteps. If that's you coming towards us, on the floor, there's a REM pod. If you go near it, if you touch the aerial, it will light up and make a noise. It's not going to hurt you, but it will show us that you're with us. If that's you banging, can you move towards me and touch the box? You're getting loads of little noises, little bangs and stuff. Yeah, I'm getting it. It's everywhere. It's like literally all around me. Spirit, have you followed me from the forge? I'm just gonna walk over here a minute. I'm hearing quite a lot. Almost, I'm assuming this is a bar area.
I'm hearing loads of noises back here. Spirit, if you're with me back here, could you make a noise? Can you make this rope move? Can you copy me? Can you do the same on this rope in front of me? Yeah, we were having quite a lot of banging and stuff, but it's kind of stopped now. I'm going to move back forward where I was. Again, I'm telling you, it doesn't want me over there.
So just to show how dark it is outside, that is now the light levels. You can see we can barely see what we're doing now. It is actually quite dark.
You know,
I am going to go away from what the lads are getting up to because something has been happening inside. So, Abby and Charlie, what has been happening?
So I started off by sitting in the chair after we did the crystal on the camera. I started feeling very sick, and then I felt like someone strangled me. And then when we actually got the crystal back out and asked if they were touching me and strangled me, it was very clear that it was a yes.
So we think we've got somebody else now, and we've been asking more questions with the crystal, and it's almost like it wants to answer, but then something's stopping it, and it's like there's a vibration going down the crystal.
It's like there's fighting going on.
Yeah, and like Charlie felt it as well when she had it in the chair. It's almost like there's the spirits that are maybe, or there's somebody that doesn't want anybody to talk to us, and they're trying to stop it. It's quite interesting. So, to the spirit that Charlie felt, can you confirm that that was you that was putting your hands around Charlie? So it's going in a circular movement, and that is the yes answer. So whatever that was that Charlie felt, it was something to do with who we're talking to here. Okay, so are you a male spirit? Yes.
Are we a threat to you?
A very slight yes, I think. Circular movement.
Touch Abby in the chair if you are here. Pull her mask down. Move her hair. Or move her necklace. Are you stood near me? Is it me that you want to talk to?
No.
Do I remind you of someone?
Can't make up his mind. Going round and then back and forward. Just a straight answer. please.
Are you touching me now?
You feel it, Charlie? You touching Charlie? Yeah. Do you want him to stop?
Yes, please.
Can you stop, please? Can you just talk to us through the crystal?
It's touching my leg.
Did you hurt somebody in this house? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you just saw that. Did anyone see that in the corner?
Was it?
Someone's asked, do you not like women?
Yes.
What, you don't like women?
Yeah. Then yeah.
Did a woman murder you?
Yeah.
Are you a child?
No.
Did the woman murder you in this house?
I think that's a yes. Very slight though.
Did she cheat on you with another man?
Oh, it stopped dead. And it's shaking again.
I think that's a sensitive.
Oh. Yes. Getting a yes, but it was a very reluctant yes.
Did the woman murder you after you found out?
No.
Did you have a fight?
No.
Did you get poisoned?
Oh God, no. That's really quite a strong no as well.
Did you get stabbed?
No. Did you get strangled?
Did you get strangled? Did she strangle you?
Okay, stop saying no. And yeah.
Is that why you done it to me? So I knew your pain.
There's just no need for that.
So did she strangle you?
Yeah.
So we've established that he was strangled by his mistress or wife. And that's why he done it to me. To represent how he died. Did you have children with her?
No.
Did she get pregnant with the other guy?
Oh, it's doing that strange vibrating thing again. I don't think he wants to talk. Oh. Almost like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Was it you that cheated?
Yeah.
And she found out?
Getting quite weak now, the movement.
I don't think he really wants to talk to us anymore.
I don't think he wants to talk about that subject, does he?
Do you want us to leave you alone? Make it very clear.
There's a big yes on the crystal if you want us to leave you alone.
Are you touching me again?
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to ask you to step away from the crystal now. Thank you for talking to us.
So guys, what we're going to do in the last few minutes that we're going to be at Michelham Priory, I'm going to go back to the barn and see what is happening there. I hope you can hear me inside the barn. We've seen the camera shaking and some strange flashes.
I don't know if they can hear me.
Oh, there you go. I've muted both of you, so hopefully you can.
Can you hear me now?
I think it's the I've lost. I'm starting to lose a bit of power on the lights. I set the EVP up in the forge. I've just been back to have a listen, and there's a definite kind of grinding sound, like I don't know, machinery grinding, and but you can slightly hear us from in the barn. So what I've done is I've done a second recording. I've shut the doors. I've shut the doors to the barn to hopefully cancel out our voice a bit, and I'll go back to it again in a minute. But it's a definite grinding noise, 100%. So I'm hoping it'll be a little bit clearer second time round.
And this is a photo. I don't know if you can hear me, but this is a photo that I took in the barn with obviously a light anomaly right in the middle. It looks a little bit like a chandelier, doesn't it?
Don't tell the Phantom of the Opera.
Da, da, da.
So we're going to the last few minutes of our investigation time. Is there anywhere else that you wanted to go?
Well, we do need to check on our trigger object, don't we?
So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. I will let them have a look at outside. See, now it is definitely dark.
Okay.
10:15, and it is that dark you can't even see the cloister anymore. We've got still a bit of sunlight, but it's certainly dark inside and twilight, and the atmosphere has changed. Luckily, of course, we're going to be here for a bit longer. If you wanted to join us, you can. We have dates coming up for Michelham Priory for public investigation from the 9th of October, and then again on the 30th of October, and then again in November, and then right into next year, of course. So if you would like to come and join us, and it's been a long time since people have investigated with us, have a look at the new website. Dates will be going up, and so you can book onto them. I have actually skill transferred some people from who were booked on last April and unfortunately couldn't go. So if you want to come and join us and have an opportunity to look around this enormous site with this fantastic history, it's beautiful at the moment. It doesn't feel spooky in the slightest because it's so wonderful and sunny. We just want to go outside and sit on the beautiful grounds and drink chilled wine. But now we've reached twilight, the atmosphere is changing, and you can see how dark it is now getting for the investigators. We will be back in the future with more DE lives and, of course, public investigations, and we will be breaking those boundaries, allowing people to come on and join us virtually, and we'll be moving over to night vision cameras. Don't need them at the moment because we've got our daylight. But we will have night vision cameras to stream live. So if there's any locations you want us to go to, either just in terms of DETV Live, let us know. Contact us through the Facebook page or the website. If there is anywhere that you want to join us for a public investigation, let us know. We are basically here to facilitate things and make them all happen. What's this Jill saying? Can you go live to be sad to miss out? I was live. So, hope you've enjoyed a little chance to see around Michelham Priory. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you for the team. Thank you for Lindsay for letting us wander around the site. You can see how dark. So I moved my camera. I thought my camera was falling off for a minute. I propped it up on the thing that goes around the cloister. So no one should be seeing that. So they are now all wandering around. Yes, Francine, we are going to be coming to do some lives from Wales. So we have a lot more interesting places that can run with small people, and then we can allow small teams to join us on these lives and be part. And then, of course, we'll resume the public investigations probably from August, because as you can probably hear, we're not going to be out of full lockdown in June as we hoped. And really, we want to get these investigations going when people can be free to really take part and get involved like we thought we could do imminently. So the team are packing up. Here they come, they're all resuming back into their spaces. So hope you've enjoyed this live looking around Michelham Priory after dark. We'll be back again in a few weeks with another location, and hopefully Lindsay will let's come back again. We'll come back to the Priory and show you some more areas now that we're getting very excited. Just to remind you what we've been looking at, I'll play this little video. It shows the coming in to the building. So that was the outside, and I showed you very quickly the Priory, and of course the interesting tree. I'll play this one. That was short, wasn't it? Short and sweet. But basically showing you the cloister that I was showing you, which is basically what this is now looking at, which is now so dark you can't see a thing. So we still have cameras going outside. Oh, I think we lost signal on that one. Oh, I'm going back because I think we have an update. Sam, what is the update on the trigger object?
I think the spirits know we're trying to catch them because it's not moved an inch, unfortunately. But that was absolutely brilliant that we caught before. It's just a shame we didn't get it on the still camera.
It's always the way. Basically, so all the activity that occurred in there was when you went out of that room, and that's when things happened. And that's why we try to cheat the system by putting the cameras there so we can try and catch them at it. And of course, they cottoned on to what we were up to.
Yeah, it was bizarre. It was pretty much as we were setting them up. We set the coin. I walked out to get bits and sellotape, I think it was. And Aaron was just sat there sort of fiddling with the kit box. No one could have come in or left because obviously it's a dead end room. So yeah, bizarre.
Interesting. Just going to pop upstairs. Oh no, that's not upstairs. That's Abby. Oh, they're down here. Abby and Charlie, are you both okay?
Yeah, we're fine. I moved away because I felt he didn't want me there, and I felt uneasy, so I came downstairs.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for tonight. I'll let the guys now pack up, and then we will start exiting the building. Hello, Julia. She just said hello. And yes, perhaps I should get in contact with the Regency Townhouse and see what we can get in that place. It is a fantastic building. So thank you very much for joining us. If you'd like to join us on a proper investigation with real people, please have a look at the website. We've got some new places coming on, and we will be back with some TV live. If you'd like to join us on a live and actually be invited in, or actually join us virtually from the safety of your own home, let us know. Thank you very much for joining us. Stay safe, everyone, and we will see you soon. Take care and good night.